Today, we're diving into the invisible world of magnetism. We all get what happens when you bring a magnet near an iron nail, right? But what about a piece of gold? Or even a glass of water? It turns out pretty much everything has its own magnetic personality, and we're about to figure them all out.
So, let's kick things off with a little puzzle. What could an iron nail and a plain old glass of water possibly have in common when it comes to magnets? I mean, one of them practically leaps towards the magnet and the other one just sits there. Or does it? As you're about to see, there is a secret connection, a hidden magnetic reaction happening in both of them.
You know that powerful pull you feel between a magnet and a nail? That's what we all think of as magnetism. But honestly, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's only one of three basic ways that stuff can respond to a magnetic field. The other two are happening all around you, all the time, you just can't see them.
Now, here's what's so fascinating. Most things in our world, your wooden desk, the air, that glass of water, they seem completely unfazed by magnets. They look like they couldn't care less. But the truth is they are all reacting. Their responses are just, incredibly subtle, almost secretive. Okay, so the easiest way to get a handle on this is to think of materials as having one of three magnetic personalities. Imagine a magnet is the celebrity that just walked into a party. How does everyone in the room behave? Well, let's meet the guests.
First up, we've got the diamagnetic personality. Just think of these guys as the shy people at the party. When the magnet shows up, they don't make a big scene or anything. They just subtly back away. They're ever so slightly repelled by that magnetic field. Next, you've got your paramagnetic materials. These are the curious onlookers. They're not going to rush the stage, but they are intrigued. They kind of lean in a little, showing a weak attraction to the magnet. They're interested, but, they're playing it cool.
And finally, the personality we all know and love, ferromagnetic. These are the superfans. The second that magnet appears, they are totally captivated and they just rush towards it. It's a strong, undeniable attraction. This is your iron nail right here.
All right, so we have our three personalities, the shy one, the curious onlooker, and the superfan. But their differences go way deeper than just a simple attraction or repulsion. So let's put them head to head and see how they really stack up against each other. This table lays it all out perfectly. Look at that first row. Repelled, weakly attracted, strongly attracted. That's our basic personality test. But check out the second row, magnetization. This is where it gets really interesting. When you put them in a magnetic field, the shy diamagnetic materials actually become weakly magnetized in the opposite direction. They're literally pushing back. Meanwhile, the other two get magnetized in the same direction, like they're nodding along with the magnet. The key difference is just the strength. One's weak, the other's super strong. Okay, this part is wild. If you take a little rod of each material and put it in a magnetic field, the ones that are attracted, the paramagnetic and ferromagnetic, they'll line themselves up parallel to the field, kind of like soldiers falling in line. But the shy diamagnetic rod, it does something totally weird. It turns itself perpendicular to the field. It's like the ultimate act of avoidance.
And even between our two attracted personalities, there's a huge difference in their enthusiasm. The paramagnetic material, our curious onlooker, it will slowly, kind of calmly align itself with the magnetic field. But the ferromagnetic superfan, it snaps into alignment fast. There is absolutely no hesitation.
So this isn't just some abstract physics concept. These three personalities are all around us, in things you see and touch and even breathe every single day. Let's take a look at some real-world examples. Are you ready to have your mind blown? That glass of water on your desk is diamagnetic. So are gold, silver, and copper. And get this, even the air we breathe, which is mostly nitrogen, is slightly repelled by a magnet. All of these everyday things are the shy personalities of the material world. And what about our curious onlookers? Well, aluminum foil is a perfect example. It's weakly attracted. But even cooler, the oxygen in the air you're breathing right now is paramagnetic. So the air itself is this weird mix of shy nitrogen and curious oxygen. And of course, here are the rock stars, the famous superfans. Iron, which means steel too, along with nickel and cobalt. These are the materials we use to make our strong magnets, and they're the ones that give magnetism its powerful reputation. There is one last, absolutely crucial difference between these personalities that explains everything, like why we can stick things to our refrigerators. It all comes down to what happens when the magnet leaves the room. And here's the kicker. When you take away the magnetic field, both the shy diamagnetic and the curious paramagnetic materials, they instantly lose their magnetism. They just go right back to normal. But the ferromagnetic superfan, its devotion is so strong that it keeps the magnetism. It doesn't just admire the celebrity, it becomes one. And that is how we create permanent magnets.
So we started with a simple nail and a glass of water, and we ended up finding out that even the air has this complex magnetic personality. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If this invisible force is subtly pushing and pulling on everything around us, what other unseen forces are quietly shaping the world we think we know so well?